If you're wondering whether taking valerian root will improve your sleep, then this video is for you. Here's what you can expect to learn. First, we're going to cover, does it improve your sleep if you have insomnia? Now, of course, there's more than one sleep problem, so we're also going to look at, does it help if you have sleep apnea? After that, we'll discuss the effects of valerian root on REM sleep. REM stands for rapid eye movement. After that, we'll address whether taking valerian root for anxiety improves your sleep, even if you don't have outright insomnia. After that, we'll talk about whether valerian root is safe, as well as possible side effects, proper dosages, and more. Then I'll give you a very simple 2-week test to help you figure out whether valerian root is for you or not. And I'll give you 2 supplements that can also improve your sleep, possibly better than valerian. After that, we're also going to discuss 2 other ways to improve your sleep without supplements. Before we jump in, who am I? My name is Igor. I'm the author of 13 books on exercise and nutrition, including 4 Amazon bestsellers. As well, I've been a personal trainer since 2006 and training other trainers in my methodology by speaking at personal training conferences since 2013. As well, I've done over 400 wellness presentations to some of Canada's largest corporations, including IBM, Bosch, American Express, University of Toronto, Investors Group, and others. If you want to learn when I publish more videos about supplements, sleep, and more, click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So let's jump in. Valerian root and insomnia. Does it work? We want to look at studies, not just opinions or people saying stuff. So here's a study, in fact, a systematic review titled A Systematic Review of Valerian as a Sleep Aid. Safe, but not effective. The title basically says it all. When taken for one night, it's not effective. However, when taken for at least 1 to 2 weeks, it's more effective in some people, not effective in others, and actually worsens sleep in others. And at the end of the video, I'll show you a test to help you figure out whether it will work for you. So stay tuned, because this is very ambiguous, and you're an individual. You don't care about averages. You're interested in what works for you. And I'll explain to you what works for you in a few minutes. Now let's discuss valerian root and sleep apnea. So in some people, it helps improve insomnia. Does that mean it'll also help improve sleep apnea? The answer is, we don't know. There's not a shred of research that explores the effects of valerian root on sleep apnea. Only theories, but not a single study in people. So we can't really comment on that. What about valerian root and REM sleep? REM sleep stands for rapid eye movement. It's the phase of sleep that comes after deep sleep and occurs between 4 and 6 times per night. That's when you dream, and that's largely what's responsible for improving your memory, for consolidating your memory. So let's take a look at the research of valerian root on REM sleep. This study is titled The Effects of Valerian on Sleep Spindles in a Model of Neuropathic Pain. The results were this. Valerian root does improve REM sleep in this study. However, here is another study that shows conflicting results. This study is titled Studies on the Effect of Harmonica Much, which is valerian root, on sleep using polygraphic EEG recordings. The results were that valerian root actually worsens REM sleep, so exactly contradictory to what we saw previously. And here's a third study titled The Effect of Valerian Extract on Sleep Polygraphy in Poor Sleepers. And the results were that valerian root has no effect on REM sleep. And so we saw 3 very well-designed studies, all of whom come to conflicting conclusions. So I guess the big answer at this point is more research is needed, and ultimately, we don't know on average. But again, in a few minutes, I'll show you how to figure out whether it works for you as an individual. Now, what about valerian root for anxiety and sleep? In other words, if somebody does not have insomnia, somebody does not have sleep apnea, but when they're anxious, they have a hard time sleeping. Does it work then? Well, here is a study titled Valerian Extract Alters Functional Brain Connectivity. And here were the results. This study of 64 people who were stressed but didn't have generalized anxiety disorder showed that valerian did not reduce stress any more than placebo, and therefore didn't affect their sleep, positively or negatively. Here's another study titled The Effect of Valerian Root Extract on the Severity of PMS Symptoms. And the results were that valerian root does improve anxiety in women with PMS. In other words, if their anxiety is only at the time of month, is about 1 week out of 4 weeks, then it does improve their anxiety and possibly might even help them sleep. Now, the question is it safe? Before I actually say, is it safe, it depends on you. who are you? In other words, you as a viewer, I don't know who you are. So my disclaimer is this. I'm not giving personalized advice in this video. It's impossible because I'm not speaking to an individual. I'm speaking to an audience. Because of that, you need to speak to a pharmacist to figure out if it's safe for you. If you're already taking taking any medications, there may be interactions between valerian root and the medications you're taking. Some of them may be positive interactions, some may be negative interactions, and some may be no interactions. And so on average, for people not taking medications, here is a study, which we talked about earlier, called a systematic review of valerian as a sleep aid, safe but not effective. The results for this, the systematic review found that it's safe for most people when taken at doses below 1,060 milligrams per day, which is well below what you'll find in supplements most of the time. Now, for some people and at high doses, they can experience symptoms of toxicity. Here are a few of those symptoms. One is fatigue. Another one is abdominal cramping. Another one is chest tightness. Another one is lightheadedness. Additionally, hand tremors, headaches, as well as cognitive decline and dry mouth. These are all possible symptoms of valerian root toxicity. It doesn't happen frequently. It doesn't usually happen at low doses, but you should watch out for that in case these start to come up. Now, earlier, we talked about averages, what happens on average, but what happens for you? Because you may be average, you may not be average. So if you still want to try valerian root, you can run your own experiment. Step one is you measure your sleep for a week without valerian root. So don't start taking it yet. And here are the things that you're measuring. How long you think it took you to fall asleep. Next is the number of times you woke up throughout the night. After that, how long you slept, and on a 0 to 10 scale, how restful was your sleep. Keep track of this every day for 2 weeks. Then take valerian root for 2 weeks and retest, reevaluate all the same things. If your sleep improved, keep it up. If your sleep didn't improve, either try a higher dose of valerian root or try a different supplement. Now, if you do want to try a different supplement, what might you try? Here are some alternatives. One thing you can try is magnesium glycinate. The other thing you might try is melatonin. These have very, very rich amount of research behind them for sleep improvement. These bottles are on here not because they're coming these brands per se, but because I couldn't find stock images. Any brand is fine as long as it's a reputable brand. Now, if you want me to do a deep dive video about either magnesium, melatonin, or both, comment below and let me know. So these are methods of improving sleep using supplements. There are also ways of improving your sleep without supplements. And so 2 other ways. One is stress management. There are a number of different stress management strategies that I talk about, and I do entire stress management trainings in corporations. So it's beyond the scope of this video. But if you want me to make a video about it, comment below and I'll go into it. The other way, which is probably the most powerful way of improving sleep, better than any supplement, better than anything else that I've ever known, and much longer lasting, is called cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia. There's a fantastic book about it that's in the description below. If you click the link, you'll be able to buy the book on Amazon. It tells you exactly what to do. It's a 4 to 6 week process about how to improve your sleep using cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia. If you want me to dive deeper into either stress management or CBTI, just comment below and let me know that.